going on, guys? It is currently Tuesday. It's about midday. We have had our coaching call today with Lewis, which went really well. It's always great chatting to Lewis. You know, I could be having all sorts going on in my life, but having him on a call for like 30 to 60 minutes just changes the week completely. He just has a way of reframing things for me, and it just makes me see the positive out of the negative, which can happen, you know. It can definitely happen when you're stressed or you've got things going on in your life, like I do at the minute, completing on the first project, sourcing deals, you know, still trying to figure this out, being full-time. So it's always good to have that chat with Lewis. But anyway, today, Alex, my business partner, he's got 5 viewings. I've looked at the deals, analysed them, booked them in, and he's going to go view them. There's 1 or 2 that we're really excited for. All of them hopefully will be good deals. 2 are in Article 4 though, so we're dependent on what the planning consultant would say on those. But the other ones could be good deals if we can get the right price. So yeah, other than that, today, just cracking on. I'm actually doing a bit of outreach for some social media clients as well. Something that I'm still wanting to help people with. I'm just still trying to figure out in what capacity, whether it's just editing or also coaching, to be fair. I've actually got a call with someone on Saturday in regards to that. So let's see where we go with this. It's something I'm passionate about, something I have a big interest in, something that I want to keep improving myself. And yeah, if I can help other people by either helping them edit their content or teaching them how I do it, then why not? It's it could help a lot of people. So something else that I'm doing today as well, a bit of outreach for that. And then tonight, me and my mate James, we're meeting up with another property investor called Kelvin. You might have seen his YouTube videos, might not have. But yeah, I started watching his YouTube videos just around Christmas time, as I had a bit more free time. And I thought, you know, we're both based in Manchester. Now he's actually from London originally, but he's moved up to Manchester because he got his first HMO here and he's investing in the area. So I just reached out to him and said, why don't we meet up? We're doing the same thing. We might be able to help each other, and it's always great to network and build friendships within the industry. So we're going to be going out for some food tonight, just for a catch up, meet each other, bring my mate James as well. And yeah, it should be a good evening of you know, just catching up, talking property, talking business. So that's what we're up to this fine Tuesday. And if anything else happens today, I will check in with you.
So again, it's still not enough room for 2 en-suites, and if it's 2 rooms, you've got to get to it, so we need a corridor or something here. Takes it down to sort of 19. Okay. So the first floor's, you're only going to get 2 rooms out of it as it stands.
Could you not change the stairs on the bottom as well, so they're stacked on top of each other, which would then open up the space on the right of bedroom?
But you'll still need a corridor next to it to get around to go back up again.
Usually, when Adam's doing these, he fully takes the staircase out, and then he puts like a spiral staircase in the middle of the house.
Right. Okay.
So that is like we're not closed up to basically ripping everything out and starting again.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, something like this sort of stair.
Exactly like that, yeah.
Yeah. Fine, okay. So this is where the stair is now, just for context.
Mm-hmm.
So from the stair back, that's 22 square metres, and that's if we went over the whole thing right back to here on the room above. So, which is more than PD. So we're limited to 40 cubic metres PD, and that's, I would suspect that's probably going to go over the top of it. So, but if we're applying for planning for 8 bed anyway, then we obviously apply for planning for the dormer. So we could go a bit bigger. Now that leaves you this space at the back, which is 8.4 square metres. So again, it's not quite big enough. And then, and obviously it depends where we put the stair then, but let's just say
I guess the main question for us is it feasible? Because we don't want to, it's a great property, but if you're saying it's not feasible to do it as an 8-bed, then we won't be able to offer the price that the vendor wants, because it does at her asking price it works for an 8-bed. If it's not realistic as an 8-bed, then we would have to reconsider the offer. So that, I guess that's the main thing really here. Like, do we think it's doable?
The only thing Adam Cooper really needs to know is sort of how feasible you think it actually is getting through planning.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't mind waiting. He's happy to wait.
He explained the timeline is quite good on this one, isn't it? She's not ready to move out for a while. From talking it through with Adam, I don't think planning will be too much of a problem. And looking at other ones nearby that have gone through. So we've not worked in Nottingham before, so we do all our stuff in Peterborough, so who are an absolute nightmare to work with. But looking through the planning department for Nottingham, it looks pretty good. They seem a lot more relaxed. So in theory, based on what Adam says he's gone through and other people in the tribe have put through, then it should go through okay.
Okay.
Obviously, you never know with planning, so...
Of course.
And then, in terms of design, I mean, we've got plenty of space here. It's just whether if we can get it to work with a single-storey extension, which I know is what you want to try and get.
What a day today has been. So, we are currently working on sourcing an 8-bed HMO. It's a great property. It's a corner plot. So it's a corner plot. But you've got the house, and then you've got another big patch right next to it. And the house owns that plot, and it's actually wider than the house. So anyway, the original plan was to do an 8-bed, and we're going back and forth with planning consultants to see how that would work. And then I was on the real life group deal finding session this morning, and I spoke to AD, who is an amazing architect, and I said, why don't I just, or with the person that's buying the deal, why don't they just build another house next to it as like a joke? And he said, you actually could. And then we started exploring the idea, and now I'm like debating, is this something I just keep myself? So what a morning it's been. I've spoken to quite a few people to see if it would actually work. It's a bit mental, you know. It's a corner plot, so essentially you would be building another terraced house, but you could build it from scratch, and we would be building a HMO from scratch essentially. So another 6-bed HMO. We'd own the house as well, and it could be a very lucrative deal if we able to do it. So I still need to have some conversations either this evening or tomorrow to see what the viability is. But this is just what property is about, you know, just spotting these opportunities. And this has been on the market for a couple of months, so like I would have thought someone more experienced than me would have noticed this opportunity. But you know, sometimes it doesn't happen like that. Sometimes the bigger fish are looking at the bigger prizes, I guess, and you know, it leaves opportunities for a smaller fish. So I'm really, really excited. I don't know if it's going to materialize with anything, but we will see.
We're just sort of looking at some rough prices of what it had actually cost to build a 6-bed HMO.
How many square meters total floor space?
Well, we can build it however we want. We can build it to exactly what we need it to.
Okay, do you know what you need? Because it could be anything, can be ensuite only on, it could be on the bedsids and or it could be all the studios, but you kind of limited to, you got 4.8, you need to leave a little gap, so probably looking at 1.5 max, probably. depends. Also depends. All depends on the planning, is it? What they're gonna have for.
Yeah. But yeah, I think what, about 110 square meters is it for a 6-bed roughly?
Yeah, 110, 115 with the whole hallway staircases and all that. Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Saturday. The last clip was on Wednesday, I believe, Thursday or Wednesday, but we've made some moves since then. We actually sold a deal on Friday. Come on. First deal of 2025 sold, which is amazing because it's a HMO deal, and we said at the start, I said at the start of the year, that the main focus this year is just going to be HMOs. Selling the social housing HMOs with a developer that I'm working with and sourcing HMO deals to my own clients. And we've got the first one in the bag, and it's such a good feeling. It's so good to know that all the hard work and effort and just really focusing on one strategy is worked out. If you've watched any of the episodes from 2024, you will have known that we were sourcing pretty much every strategy, mainly rent to rent, and it just wasn't happening the way we wanted it to. So that is what has basically led to me having a rethink of what I want to do and how I want to streamline my processes, and sourcing HMO deals made the most sense because that's what we're already investing in ourselves anyway. So glad to see that that's working out. We sold the first deal. We've got requirements for another 2-3 from the same project manager. We've also got some other clients that have reached out to us as well. So things are looking good on the sourcing front, which is really, really cool. Really cool. The more money we can make on that, the more breathing space we have, which means more time focused on raising funds, doing our own projects, which is exactly what I want to be doing. So really, really, really happy. So happy with that. We're now just dealing with the buyer and our project manager and solicitor and the whole power team basically to make sure that can go through. But yeah, next week should be a big week. We are going to be completing on our first project. Fucking hell. Our first project we're going to be completing on. So yeah, we've just got a lot of things that we need to do for our broker, for our solicitor. Whatever needs doing, we'll get it done. And we're going to complete next week. And that is it, really. Next week, hopefully we can pick up the keys as well. And yeah, it's just going to be amazing. The first HMO, man. I actually still can't believe it. I won't believe it until I've got the keys in my hand. And then I still won't believe it until the build starts. It's so surreal to think where I've come from. And like when I started this property journey, I literally had nothing. I didn't know anything about property. I learned really quickly because I was so passionate about it. Really dug deep into all the training that I had available to me and all the mentors, and yeah, and then started deal sourcing, sold a couple of deals, and now we're raising finance, doing projects, planning to do 5 to 6 projects this year alone, which means we need to have raised like nearly £1 million. Like, who do I think I am? Like, genuinely, who do I think I am? But anyway, there's more to come. And next week, hopefully, we'll be able to see the keys in the hand, if not the week after. But we are definitely completing next week. So that is going to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you could, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next week on the road to HMO.